This is James Holder, 54 TV, in association with Macklin's Gym. Quite fortunate enough to be joined by Josh Warrington after his points win against Amagasa. How are you feeling, champ?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Good win. A bit disappointed with my performance, and I know people will be sat there and like some people think, well, what's wrong with you? But I don't know. I think I'm a little bit trying a little bit too hard for a big finale. You know, there was another brilliant atmosphere out there. All making, brilliant noise, brilliant atmosphere, and I were, when I started out, this is not going 12 rounds, I was catching him, I know I'm hitting harder, people can call me feather-fisted puncher, whatever they want, but I know I can dig when I'm can set on my punches, and I think I got a little bit carried away with it, when you're inside, yourself, when you've got someone and you've got them buzzed, and like I say, I got a bit carried away, but there's still fucking bucket loads more to come from me. But yeah, decent. I've still got the win, you know what I mean?
You see you buzzed him in there. First of all, I think you're being a bit hard on yourself. It's a great fight to watch for the fans. I thought it was entertaining. It was competitive.
Yeah.
I said a couple of times I thought he was going to sort of call it a day. You had him buzzed. He sort of backed up. He was looking to hold on and that. So I think it was a really good fight.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm a little bit disappointed with myself because before Joe Bunkner, I'd worked a lot on keeping my shape and the concentration and stuff like that, and I felt like I could have gone on forever. I felt like I could have gone up and down the gears whenever I want, but in there I would, I'd box for a round and I'd make it easy for myself, and then the next round, because it was going so easy, I thought I'd go up a gear again and go for a big grand finale, I think I played a little bit to the crowd too much, but it's one of the things, it's a learning curve, I'm still only 25, these things come with experience, it's a different scenario doing it in gym to doing it on fight night, especially in front of a crowd like that, and we've got another win on the belt against a world-renowned kid, so there were still people out there who thought it was going to give me a lot of problems, and it did at times. I think it was more of
very awkward.
Yeah, I think it was more of me giving him them chances to solve the problems. And
did he buzz you in that 12th round? You looked like you were trying to sort of look for that highlight reel finish, if you like, and
that's the thing. I kept thinking to myself, it's got nothing in that way. And I think sometimes it's my downfall. I'm in there and I think he's not going to wear me, but he kept coming forward and throwing like accumulation of different punches, didn't he? So, from time to time I was stood there and then I'd going training with him, and I think my dad got a bit upset with that. If you could hear him in the corner, he was saying go back to your boxing because he knows what I'm capable of, and like I say, I just sometimes get carried away with the crowd, but it's a lesson learned, and go back to training, work on that, keeping in shape, work on a few things, and next time come out, we'll have another vintage performance. Like I say, it probably was a good performance. I need to go home and watch it, but it's because I know what I'm capable of. I'm just a bit disappointed in that aspect.
After I spoke to IBF World Champion Lee Selby the other day, he was quite sort of keen on coming to Leeds to get the fight on with yourself. He's up for coming here. Whether you would go to Wales or he come here, he's up for the fight. Potentially, can we get this fight on in 2016?
Of course he is. Let's not forget, right? When he won that world title, all he was talking about is, how he was going to go to America and dominate over there, and he wasn't even interested in me. He was saying I want his level back then. He went over and boxed Montiel. He wasn't too clever. The Americans lost a bit of interest in him. So he's got to come back over here. He wants a big payday. He's a world champion, and don't get me wrong, a boxer who's a world champion does want to be getting big paydays, but he's not getting them over there. So the big payday is over here with me. And he knows that. And let's be honest with you. Last time he got put on his backside, if Hunter had a bit more, he could have stopped him. And how long is he going to keep hold of that world title? We don't know. He goes on about me going in with Lomachenko or Gary Russell Jr. They are late level fighters, and I still think I'm learning, and I probably am a year away from fighting someone like that. But he seems to think he can go in there and dominate him. I don't think he could go in that level. They'd beat him up. So it's one of them things, I'm hoping it could happen this year. If not, then balls in my court. We've got another year, so whatever.
Gary Russell Jr. defending his title tonight against Highland in the States. How do you see that fight playing out?
Obviously, he's a talented kid. He's Gary Russell Jr. Where there, Jim? Where there? I want to get a big picture before we. Obviously, he's a talented kid, Gary Russell Jr. But his experience is Mr. Ireland. So I wish him all the best. And who knows? That was another fight what we wanted to get. So one of them could happen. So.
Just coming back to tonight's fight, the only one bone of contention was there's no doubt that you won, but the scorecard seemed a little bit wide. Maybe the third scorecard, I think it was 120-107.
Yeah.
Did you think it was that wide when you were in there?
I mean, like I say, sometimes I'm really critical of myself, and I sometimes go back to ground and think that was fucking shocking, and then I watch it back and thought, it wasn't that bad. But there were times when I went there and I was thinking, fuck me, Josh, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? And I think it's because I'm so fit that I just go a bit lackadaisy for rounds, and then next minute I'll switch back on, go back to my boxing and make it easy for myself. I think when it were more times of me switching off and then he'll pick it up rather than him just dominating the rounds in some rounds. But I think, like I say, some rounds I could have called them a draw from time to time. I think the one at 117 won what?
I think it was 120-107. I think it was 117-108. I'll have to check.
Yeah, I think that's probably more likely. Yeah.
Potential plans. What's next? When can we see the Leeds Warrior back in action? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. I want to be out a little bit sooner. Obviously, it's been only 7 months now because I meant to box on the O2 show just before Christmas. I had to pull out with a bit of flu. So, like I say, it's been 7 months. It's not good to be out that long, but it's one of them things. And like I say, hopefully, there's just a small gap that the one at Elland Road could happen. Like I say, in an ideal world, we'd want a few months to build it up and stuff, but there's always that one could happen. And I think if it did happen, then everyone would come out and work to be there.
Massive.
So we'll just see what happens.
Listen, I'm not going to take up too much of time. When you've got documentary crews and you've got... Where's Liam Gallagher gone? Noel Gallagher. You've got Noel Gallagher here. You're doing well. You're having it, aren't you?
Yeah, man.
You're having it. Listen, congratulations on the win. Thank you for talking to iPhone TV, mate. See you soon.